Today we're going to create a name tag to identify our art drawer. I want you to think about fancy letters, bubble letters, and graffiti art. Challenge yourself by using items of personal interest to create the different letters of your name. Baseball bats, paintbrushes. Draw images of things that interest you inside of your bubble letters. Your name tag must fill your page, have a background, at least have bubble letters. Printing is not allowed. Use 3 to 4 different colors. Include one symbol or item that describes your personality, such as a paintbrush, a dog, a music note, a basketball, etc. Take your time. This is going to represent you the entire semester. This is going to be a 2-step process. First, I'm going to give you a rough draft paper, which is going to be gray. Then, when you showed me what your plan is, you will get a final draft paper at the front of the room. Share them amongst your classmates and your tables and use them to help you enhance your name tag. My example, notice how I have my name, my foreground, my background gets farther away. My middle ground is my name and the foreground is the tree and all the stuff in the very front. Notice how there's deep space by making the hills go way off into the distance. To begin with, bubble letters are quite intimidating, so I like to show you how to create the bubble form. So to make a bubble letter, what I first do is I simply take my letter and I trace it out. I call this a skeleton. And then I come back around and I trace around my letter and now I have a bubble. Then I come back in and I erase the skeleton. So the skeleton needs to be drawn light enough that you can make it disappear. And now you have a bubble letter. You can even come back and you can change this outer outline and you can give it some extra character. So maybe you want it to look funky. You can give it some spikes. Jagged edges. And then come back in and erase the inside edge. So that allows you to change the form. And again, if you're wanting to do that, you can do that right away when you trace the outer edge. Or you can come back like I just did, and you can trace it around then and erase the lines that you don't want to keep so that you can only see the lines you want to keep. And then you have a funky looking M. Alright, when it comes to working on our name tag, the one thing we want to do is know that we can fit our entire name on here. So if I think about my name being Miss Paul, I need to know how many letters I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I am counting that dot as a letter. So I need to be able to fit this evenly on my page so it's not my M, it's not my L, it's not my S, it's not my L, it's not my dot, it's not my A, my H is in the middle. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to fold it in half so I know where the middle is. You can use your ruler on your final draft so that you don't bend your index card. So now that I know that my H is in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lightly draw my H in, and then I'm going to put my L in, and then I'm going to put my M in, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to fill in with the others. Now that they're printed in with skeleton letters, I can come back and I can outline the outer edge.
And voila! I have my name written in bubble letters.
Boom. Then I come back and like I just showed you on that first letter and I erase my center skeleton.
Alright, so now I have my letters all drawn in.
My background, like I did here, to draw things behind the letters. When you're coloring your landscape or your name tag, think about the distance. As things get farther away, they should be lighter in color, and as they're closer to you, they should be sharper and clearer. When it comes to making things look three-dimensional, you're going to press harder with your colored pencils on the edge, like the example here.